Hey guys, so this video is on sniping versus enhancement in 2018. So it's been a couple months since the last video, and I've learned a lot more about both sniping and enhancement since then. A few key systems have changed, and so I'm remaking it. So sniping and enhancement are the two main methods of getting high-level boss gear. Try, tet, or pen, you're only really getting those if you enhance it yourself, or snipe it. There's no other ways to get them, unless you're absurdly lucky with a Shikatu luxury box. So what are the pros and cons of sniping versus enhancing? So for sniping, the pros are there's no risk of losing money. The only risk is that you don't obtain the items because you lose the bid. It's easy to save for. You know you need exactly 450 million silver for a tri-boss item or 1.1 billion silver for a tet. You can also sell your enhancement materials to help fund this. I personally have over 1.5 billion silver worth of enhancement mats sitting in my storage that I could sell right now. This drastically increases your liquid silver income per day if you grind or gather regularly, as you'll have a large number of blackstones and sharps and hards just kind of sitting around. You'll also gain a lot more silver per day from attendance rewards, as memory fragments and any form of blackstones that you get can all just be thrown in the marketplace to earn more silver. The cons are that it can take you much longer to get new items unless you're very lucky. Bidding only on Tri and Tet boss gear drastically limits the number of items you can bid on. The lower you go in terms of enhancement levels, the more you can bid on and the higher your chances of winning, but you'll also have to start enhancing, not just sniping, as if you get a Pri or Duo boss gear, that's not really usable until you get it up to Tri or Tet. You can pre-order, but pre-ordering kind of negates one of the benefits of sniping, which is the cost. Pre-ordering will start to drive up your costs pretty high if you are trying to get items that are more in demand, such as Uragons or, for currently, lawn items. Dandies for a current meta class is another example of a pre-order that will cost you pretty much an arm and a leg compared to just sniping it or enhancing it yourself. It is, however, worth it to pre-order to avoid enhancing if you really hate enhancing or if you feel you're just too unlucky to properly enhance items. Sniping also means that if you want weapons for a new class, you need to hope that you get lucky or buy an upgraded green weapon and wait to win your boss weapons. This can feel really bad if you really like the new class and want to play it right away, because you're kind of hamstringing yourself, as even if you have 2 or 3 billion silver, if you don't want to spend the massive pre-order that new classes' weapons command, you are going to be left without a good weapon for quite a while. Also, some items just don't get sold very regularly. Tri and Tet yellow accessories are both extremely rare and highly coveted by the entire player base. Pre-ordering could end up costing you more than enhancing, unless you're extremely unlucky, as pre-ordering these items, they already cost billions of silver, and you're bidding against most of the server, as everyone needs Tri and Tet yellow accessories. Now on to enhancing. The pros for enhancing are that you can enhance new items right away. If you win a bid, get a box from the world boss, or roll your dandy at the night vendor, you can instantly go grab your enhancement materials and your fail stack ults and start enhancing your new boss item all the way up to Tri, Tet, whatever you have the materials to go for. While enhancing is a pain in the ass, it's not actually that difficult. It's merely kind of tedious. It can take you over an hour if you get unlucky and have to keep switching ults and keep buying new items to fail stack with off the marketplace or buying new reblath, but it's not very difficult, it's just tedious. And if you're lucky, you can save millions or even billions of silver playing the Tet or Pen roulettes. Now, that's not to say it's a good idea, but if you get lucky and you one-tap a Tet, or even better, one-tap a Pen, you will have saved a lot of silver. Most boss gear, in fact, most items in general in Black Desert, are priced with a certain number of failures in mind. Accessories, for example, are priced early on for about 1.5 failures for each successful enhancement, which means you'll succeed on average every second to third try when enhancing accessories, if you have average luck and you were able to directly collate the price of an accessory on the marketplace to your success rate. In reality, that's not how it works. Most people will fail a bit more, some people will fail a bit less though and make money off enhancing accessories. It's the same with normal gear, armor, and weapons. The cons for enhancing are you need enhancement materials. This isn't bad for ordinary blackstones getting to plus 15, but memory fragments and hards and sharps are both in short supply. Even if you have the silver, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can obtain the materials you need, as they're never on the marketplace, they're always sold out, and it can be kind of luck if you can go and get, for example, hards and sharps just from gathering, unless you want to buy witch's earrings or other accessories off the marketplace, paying a massive premium to then melt them down into sharps or hards. I believe Ben Show's necklace is the accessory that melts down into hards. Failure is expected, but too much failure means you will lose money even compared to an inflated pre-order price. It's not hard to fail a TET 10 or more times and lose hundreds of millions of silver simply trying to get back to try for more attempts. The same can be said even for not failing TET, but just for failing try. If you fail try more than a couple of times, you are going to start losing a lot of silver, as each failure for try is 7.5 million silver in memory fragments, another 3.6 million silver, 4 million silver exactly for the concentrated magical blackstone for a weapon, or 2 million for an armor piece. And then you've also got to factor in the cost of getting it back to duo, as if you fail try, you go back down to pry. So it gets very pricey very quickly, and the more you fail, the more you have to spend. Fail stacks, they're not a meme, but fail stacks have a limit, which a lot of players don't realize. There's a limit to how much fail stacks can actually help your enhancement success rate. There are hard caps on fail stacks helping out when you're going for TET, when you're going for pen. It doesn't matter, once you get above a certain number of fail stacks, any extra numbers are just kind of showing you that you failed this many times, which is a pretty bad feeling. Enhancement can also be pretty draining. Watching a month's worth of silver drain away over the course of about an hour or two, where you're left with the worst item than you started out with, is an awful feeling. Like when you start and you have 20 sharps and a few hundred memory fragments, and then your try is left at duo or pry at the end of the night with 20 durability, and you're out of memory fragments and you're out of sharps. It's a really bad feeling, especially because hundreds of millions of silver does take quite a bit of time to earn up, depending on how much you play the game. If you play every day, you're grinding 1 or 2 hours a day, you're doing all your life skills, that could still be 1 or 2 weeks easily of work, all gone, and leaving you worse off than you started even. Accessories are even worse, as literally months worth of work can disappear in a single click, especially once you get to higher level accessories. A tri-ogre ring is worth something like 3 billion silver, if not more, and you're also paying another 100 million just for the ogre ring that you had to use to enhance it as well. So really terrible feeling when you press that enhancement button and you see the failure and both your accessories disappear. There's also no guaranteed way to get your item through enhancement. Up to plus 15, you have Force Enhance, which, while it's not worth it for the silver, can be worth it for the peace of mind it will give you when you don't want to be stressed out clicking repeatedly, even if the fail stacks would be worth it. While a pre-order may be costly, it is a 100% guaranteed way to win an item if that item goes to pre-order, as long as you get the highest pre-order. With enhancement, however, no matter how many fail stacks you have, you can still continue to fail over and over again, as your fail stacks will hit a plateau, but you will still have a fairly low chance to actually succeed on enhancing the item. So, sniping versus enhancement, it really comes down to kind of how much you value your time, how lucky you feel you are, and how patient, really, you are with the Black Desert enhancement system. If you feel you have the patience, you feel that you're decently lucky, and you don't mind having to go through enhancement, go ahead and enhance. It means if you get any boss gear from world bosses, boxes, or Night Vendor, like I mentioned, you can enhance that right away. You can stock up on enhancement materials for new classes. It's pretty easy to enhance once you know what you're doing. It's just tedious, and if you get unlucky, you will lose billions of silver. Sniping, on the other hand, it can take a while to win. If you're lucky, though, you could actually win, like, for example, the very first try Zarka of a new class on the server that goes up, if you're lucky. So both you need to be lucky for, but sniping, you've got a fixed price. If you're trying to snipe, not even pre-order, just snipe, you know exactly what the costs of your item are, you know exactly what you need to do, you know exactly how much money you need to have in your storage to bid on any item that comes up. For pre-ordering, you can generally do the same thing, where you can look at current pre-orders, what the prices are, and maybe go a bit higher than that, so you know what kind of costs you're going to be spending. You know that for that Tet Zarka, the normal price is 1.1 billion, and for your class's pre-order, it's going to be 1.5 billion silver. So you know that once you saved up that 1.5 billion silver, that Tet Zarka will be yours. With enhancement, you could save up 1.5 billion silver with enhancement materials and still be left with just a prize Zarka at the end of the night, and no enhancement materials. On the other hand, of course, you could get that Tet Zarka, you could one-tap it 2 times, you're out 8 million silver for the 2 weapon stones, and you just made, from Duo to Tet, it's something like 1 billion silver between the 2 pre-order prices, so you just made mad bank. So really, it's all about luck. If you feel, luck and variability, really. If you feel that you're extremely lucky, try enhancing. You will, if you're super lucky like you believe, you'll make lots of money. Your items will be much cheaper for you than they are for other people, and you can enhance whatever you want. If you prefer instead to go for the guaranteed route, you don't like leaving things to chance, you don't want to be unlucky and wipe out your savings trying to enhance a single item, go for sniping or pre-ordering. It might take you a bit longer to get the item you want, it might be a bit more expensive in the long run, but the peace of mind that you kind of get from knowing that this 1.3 billion silver will get you that Zarka, that 460 million silver will get you that try. It's a pretty nice feeling. For accessories, I'm always going to recommend sniping. Accessories, enhancing is the easiest way to get them because most people don't sell their accessories. But enhancing accessories is probably the worst feeling in Black Desert Online. Just go look up clips of people enhancing accessories on YouTube, Tet Ogres, Pen Ogre, Pen Crescent Rings. It's almost never them cheering and yelling in excitement. It's almost always more just a sigh of relief that it's finally over with, that they finally got that Ogre, that Crescent, that Basilisk Belt, whatever it is, and they can stop basically shoveling money into a furnace to keep trying over and over again to blow up their accessories. In my opinion, I like sniping more, but I recognize that enhancement is a key part of the game, and I'm a fairly impatient person, so I do keep my enhancement materials, and if I ever get new items, for example, the Lawn Nouver you can see me enhancing in this video, I enhance them myself. Knowing how to enhance is definitely a good skill to have, and keeping at least a decent stockpile of enhancement materials is not a bad idea, even if you do sell your enhancement materials to buy, to fund your pre-orders and to fund your snipes. Keep a decent stockpile, and whenever you get a new item from Night Vendor or something, you can still enhance it yourself if you really need to. If you've been bidding on dandies for months like I have and you're still unlucky, being able to enhance one that you get off the Night Vendor is a good thing to do, especially because it takes time to build a stockpile of enhancement materials, as, like I said, memory fragments and sharps and hards, very difficult to win off the marketplace. It will take you a few days to win enough to have the stockpile to go for Tet reliably. Anyways, guys, that's sniping versus enhancement. Comment below if you have any questions or if you have kind of a different viewpoint than I offered. I know quite a lot of people view it very differently. I have some people that swear by enhancement and say that sniping is just a waste of money, and I have other people that say that enhancement is going to burn you way too quickly, and I in fact know quite a few people that have quit the game because enhancement is just that draining on you when you lose weeks or months worth of progress. So comment below, subscribe if you liked it, and have a good one.